back, brothers, sisters. So, I'm not about to show graphic stuff, but just to let you see that. Those are dogs and cats. No different than pigs and sheep, chickens, and turkeys, and fish, etc. Baby lambs. So how are we doing today? Market's still in a nothingness, Here's looking at some gainers. Nothing too exciting today. Sui's had a very good week, but nothing too out of control. That's our volume on the weekend, right? Down a little bit. 68 billion. We don't like to see that. Tomorrow should be interesting. Sundays have been a pretty good dump for us over the last month and a half. So things that started out strong, like ETH and everything, just kind of holding stagnant. I think it's going to be this way this weekend. People are wondering why we had such a sell-off. Sell the news type of thing. Well, a little bit of that. A lot of that was built into the market already over the last month and a half. Not sell the news, but the rally that we had was anticipation. But what we're seeing here too is miners selling. Miners have been selling their big influx into the market, the exchanges to sell, because they have to upgrade their equipment for the halving coming. That gets split in half. They need double the power. And so they're taking profits to be able to pay for this and prepare. Seems counterintuitive because, they're spending Bitcoin to get more Bitcoin, right? But that's part of what's going on. And also we're having grayscale sell-offs as well. People who are locked up and being able to do it. But nothing too exciting. It's just, the truth of the matter is with something like this, I would like to see more of a crash to, these are just a few week old prices that we're in right now. Nothing of too significance. We got, I'd like to see that at 50 cents. It would have been great, but it's good that it's holding, things are holding strong. Cardano wasn't able to as much, but but nothing completely out of control. Nothing that's exceptionally on sale, which, on one hand you want to see, right? I'd like to see to be able to pick up things that I missed on or I want to DCA more into. But on the other hand, you want to see some support, which we've had. I'm surprised Cosmos hasn't taken more of a hit, which is good. Cosmos, they have a great ecosystem to build on, but you're not going to see $100 Cosmos in my view. It's not going to follow the path of Solana and I believe Avalanche. So I'm looking through some users here. Stacks still, being able to hold strong. I thought we were going to hit it lower, and I'm glad we're not. I'd love to pick up more at $1.17, but I'm just going to hold on to what I have, and I got enough invested into it, but I of course would have loved to have had a stronger support at $2. Couldn't hold it, but it's amazing to see that, and then certain coins like Sui just being able to really hold it. It's amazing. You have ones that you don't think will pop, and when you get a hit like this, other ones just come back and get their first huge pop, like Sui. I picked the wrong tofu on that one. I think C will do okay, but like I said, it was, do I go in Sui or do I go in C? They were both the same price at the time. I picked the wrong one. It'll be fine, I believe. That's why I invested in it, but I don't think it, it's upsetting to not have the pop like, Sui did. Let's see how we're looking here. but nothing, nothing outrageous in regards to, yeah, you know. I was in, it's priced on C, or actually it's 60 cents and it's 7 cents, but we're not having the rally on C. Got it on this bad boy. C will have its turn. I mean, it already has really up to the 70 some cents mark, but it didn't have that leg up past the dollar, right? And it's amazing. Polygon has not been able to hold above a dollar, and I don't know if it's going to have its turn to really go crazy, right? So this is a nice little run, but and it's 70 cents holding strong there. Will the next leg up be above a buck? Follow that trend like Sui did. I'm hoping so. How's the volume looking on this? So at least it's still having a great volume. And also it's about over 1.2 billion more than Sui has out in regards to circulating supply. So that will have a lot to do with the way it pumps. 1.1 billion, 2.3. That there has a difference there. Also, the volume is more than double, right? Because once you pop like you did, you get FOMO'd in and people start jumping in. So I mean, there's nothing too crazy, nothing to worry about. Looking a little deeper into ENS. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna hang tight on my powder for this weekend. I'm gonna look very closely tomorrow. I don't. I think we're gonna either have a little more of a sell-off tomorrow or a rally. I don't know if we're gonna stay stagnant. And if we do have a sell-off harder, that's where I'm jumping in. So I mean, I think everyone needs to just don't worry about it. Miners are unloading, and there's some some sentiment out there, and Jamie Dimon and other FUD out there that's trying to even within Gary as well. He's put out some statements, and you just have to ignore the noise. BTC tumbles below 42K. Coinbase and miners plunge. Bitcoin ETF mania becomes sell the news. Yeah, it's a little bit of that, I would say so, but it's more, I believe, the miners and Grayscale. Nothing too crazy popping today. It's yesterday's news. Nothing to be shaken out of. 100 billion Bitcoin and crypto ETF price crash suddenly accelerates after serious Fed warning hitting Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. That's just them saying we're not approving this, we're just approving this, right? We don't endorse it, we're just endorsing it by approving it. So, getting a little annoyed with XRP, and I'm also getting annoyed with the BS out there saying that it's getting an ETF by May. It is not happening. I never say my word is gold, but on this, I hope it does. There's no way. We have to deal with the Ethereum one, and nothing's going on with, in my mind, XRP until everything is finally settled and done, and you are not a security 100%, and Gary comes out and the SEC and Ripple come to a conclusion where they can move on fully, because they're not yet. It's been declared it's not a security, but that's just from a judge, and it's from the court. But there's still things going on where they have to settle a few things. It's not going to be an issue, but what is preventing this from pumping, right? It has volume, but what is preventing the pumping at all? For it not to be above a dollar and Cardano not to be a dollar, even though it pumps it very late in the game, always, it doesn't make sense. We have quite a bit of volume, right? Your average volume that we get there, but it still can't get above 65 cents. Can't get into the 70s and 80s. Doesn't make any sense. Same with Cardano. you're almost at 500 million, and you can't get it to 70 cents where C is. C's been out, you know. So it's a newbie in town, and it gets the hype. And I'm surprised we're not seeing Avalanche in the 60s at this point. So it's a very strange market right now. And Solana's had quite a bit of pushback as well. It'll get its run again. It's just definitely losing momentum, right? You would think with other things pumping that you wouldn't imagine, you would think Solana would be in there. Well, they need some more memes to be able to build some more interest in and get the pumps going back. They need to find a hard support above $120. So nothing crazy in the news. Nothing to worry about. We need to see what happens this week. Inflation is stubborn. Don't necessarily go off the CPI numbers that we're getting. There's manipulation in there. Some food has come down, but the majority hasn't. It's just built in with us now, and there's gouging, in regards to grocery items, food items for sure. But the ETF they're doing fine. Grayscale, I believe, is hurting us right now in regards to that, and that might be over next week. So I think, I'm interested in Monday, Tuesday, how we're going to look. Nothing to fret about. Please like, subscribe, tell me what you want to see. I'm going to be getting more animal and how to go vegan videos out there soon. I'm getting a lot of questions, and I want to be able to answer that live for people so they can, have a back and forth. Yeah, XRP is acting like Tron. I know. Same, yeah. I mean, XRP and 8 are in completely the same boat, for sure. They'll have their turn. It's just, how patient can you be? I mean, I'm patient. I've just kind of like turn the page on it, and I'll be excited when it does have its turn. But come on, XRP at least. Let's go. They have no reason why they should be not above $2 at this point. It's I have to say, someone who's had it forever, it's frustrating. I'm not going to be one who gets out of it. I've had it since 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. I was accumulating. I'm not getting rid of it under its previous high. It didn't get its previous high because of that SEC lawsuit last time. So it got robbed. And then you hear people, wait until the case gets settled. It's going to boom. Well, it did boom to $1, and it came right back down because it was in the middle of a bear market. Yeah, there's no one that's happy with XRP. But if you have some metal mania, you just gotta. Me personally, hold it. I'm seeing too many people dumping out of it, and they're in a positive on it to go into other coins. That I get. If you want to get out of it, you pull your profits out. You're tired of waiting. You're gonna miss the boat. You are missing the boat on other things that are better. But I know for sure, in my mind, it's going to get to $2 to $3 minimum in the height of the bear market, and it's going to be a few $100,000 for me. And I've been in it too long. I have, it's long-term capital gains. I'm not getting out of it. When you've been in it for years and years and years, and you've never been underwater on it, I'm just holding on. I mean, if I got out of it now, I know I'm leaving too much money on the table. But, it's frustrating, for ADA as well. I'm long all over the place. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. I mean, I was just saying, I bought C instead of SUI, and what pops? SUI, right? And as soon as if I was to sell XRP today, just get out of it, I would have a fine profit. It'd be fine. But tomorrow or Monday it goes to $100 or $1, $100. God, that'll never happen. You know how it goes. The ones though you've had a luck in the last couple of weeks with some of your picks, but trading over to ETH and everything. But as soon as you sell, it goes. It's happened to us all. It's almost like a cosmic force. you know, one of them wonders of the universe. That's exactly right. It's a cosmic force. It and it's not just you, and it's not just me, because I hear it from everyone. Like when you have a job and think that sucks, then you retire or have no job and miss it. That's the truth. Or you think the grass is greener on the other side. You leave a great job and go to one where they promise you the world. You get in there and you're like, what the hell? I might be making more money, but I'm miserable and I have all this responsibility for a little more money. Is it worth it? Quality of life. Quality of life. But XRP's gotta get it, a little bit of love. I mean, just come on. Like I said, if we would have gotten the news that we got in July on it on the case, it would be over $2, $3 now. There's no doubt. It's just a lot. They lost interest. It has the volume. It does not have the the hype, the anticipation of the case being over. I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm annoyed just because you like to look at your portfolio and go, yes, this was great. I've had this forever. I've sat through it long before the SEC case. I sat through the whole bull run with it going nowhere because you couldn't even trade it in America for the most part, or buy it or sell it. And here, things have popped 100, 200, 1,000%. Solana $8 to over $100, now back down to 95, and XRP and the ADA's still there. Yeah, ADA got down to the 25-cent range, so it's done well if you look at it that. But it should be back to its highs. It should be back over $1. I have to get up for work. I think I can sleep all the time, and the weekend coming, and I'm up right in her land. No, I love that though. I don't like to change on the weekends. I like to get up early still because I like to have the whole day, and though my days of wanting to staying up past 10:30, 11 are done. I actually get into bed and do a lot of crypto stuff for about 2 hours, research and so on and so forth. That puts me to bed real quick. It takes a couple hours. Let's see what's going on then. Get my plans. Yeah, exactly. You gotta wait. Just gotta wait. I don't know if you have powder and you're accumulating, but I am, and I have used a lot of it, but only about 25%. I have a lot sitting and waiting for when we're truly in it, because we're not truly in it. We've had spikes and we've had good sentiment, and now we are trending sideways. So we're no-brainers like Link, yeah, 5ish, yes. Yes, yeah. And I was DCAing over the last few years, but not like I wanted to. I wanted to go heavier into Link, I was scared about Solana, to be honest with you. I did not know it was going to come back like this. I really, and I didn't. I thought the sentiment was so bad. And really what started popping it, at least from the research I was doing, is the memes on it really got it going. And all the stuff settled with SPF. But I think it's got to be more than just the memes on it. I mean, if you listen to all the people doing what I'm doing on here, or who have, 1 million views, they all say it's the memes on Solana that pumped it. I don't know if that's true or not. No one totally knows. But it helps, right? You get the bonks and everything like that on it, sure, but it's more to it. But I wish, woulda, coulda, shoulda DCA'd in some of the bigger caps that I wanted to. I did some, but not like, a Link I knew. I'm like, God, what's it gonna do? Is it gonna? I have the DCA mindset, always have, but you still always second guess yourself. Yeah, you mentioned Radium. Yeah. A little bit of DCAing I didn't have any issues with, but I wanted to go more in to Link, to Bitcoin, you know, 5,000 a pop. I wanted to buy a ton of Link, but I was hesitant, and now it's still at a fine price. I'm just, if I had a couple of my big ones come back, I'm pretty underwater on a couple shitty coins like AMP. I mean, I got 100K into it, and it's worth 1K right now. No, 3K. I have it. I'm long it just under 7 cents, 6.5 cents, and I've got about 1.5 million AMP. and that was my fault. That was stupid. I was actually listening to BitBoy back 3 years ago, and it was my bad. I screwed my pooch on that one, and also, I'm pretty down on BAT right now. I got a ton of that. It costs, I'll break even at 80 cents, but at $1.50, dollar, and I was up good on that. I got suckered, and so a lot of the crazy stuff that I wanted to do in the bear market didn't take place. So I just saved a ton of money. I have money for family, and then I have my fun money, and I was able to put, that's separate, my stuff aside, and I did what I needed to do, work hard, and did decent, and worked extra hard, and worked smart, and was able to take care of savings and retirement and everything for my family, and then have the side stuff for me. Put away an extra 100 and some K to be able to do this, but you know, I need to do it smarter. Yeah, and that's not coming back. Mania. It's not. Amp to get to back there is gonna be tough, and it's a shit hole now. I mean, it had a back in the day it was doing well, and it made sense, and what they were doing was their payments and everything. It was good, but right now you don't even hear from the CEO. He's the worst at marketing, so there's no. I watched it go all the way down. As soon as I bought it, it went up to like bought it at the peak. So go up, and then just bear market, as soon as June, I just watched that shit. Literally, it was like, should I get out? Should I get out? Should I get out? Kept watching it, and I'm like, no, it's not going to go to a penny. And then all the shit hit the fan with, any bad news. Amp took it the hardest, because it just like it lost its goodness, and just kept watching it. When it got below a penny, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I just wrote it off. Didn't sell it, but I wrote it off in my mind. I'm like, all right, I'm dead. I think the key is slam it in, wait till, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll be happy if I just break even, or if I lose. If I sell it at 4 cents and take a decent loss, I'm good with that. It'll offset some of my gains, I hope. But I'm too far into it. What's the point? There's just no point of selling it. Doesn't make sense. If I had a write off for it, but I would do it, but not at the moment. It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. And we're in January. All I need for it to do is get a little wind under its sails. Starting to pump up a little bit, but I mean, look at the volume. I mean, jeez, and look at that. Look at the supply. Shit that I didn't. I was just gonna buy it and try to sell it at like 25 cents, 30 cents. It never. As soon as I bought it, it just never. We had some bad news come out, and these little caps, they take it the hardest. You know. Luna. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Yep, I was. So we all had our stories, and if you've been in crypto, you've all had it as good as anyone is. I mean, I've seen so many good people who've been doing this same amount of time as me and you, and think they know what's up, and boom, they get hacked, or they click on something, or they send it to the wallet and they messed up, and next thing you know, it's gone. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably should take the loss and don't throw it in Solana or Chainlink. I'd probably, but my thoughts of it, Chainlink getting to $100, I think it's gonna be difficult. But what the hell do I know? It just needs to pop again. Link just everything goes through its turn. They have their huge rallies like Solana did and Link did and Injective, and then they kind of stay stagnant for a while. I mean, Link really has. Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's a time to cut your losses, but it just hasn't. I need to have profits first. It's too much of a loss. I'm like, it's a few grand out of like 100K. So I just can't. At this point, I can't. And I've been looking at this since you mentioned it to me. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I kind of like it. It's interesting. It's kind of got the like the domain. like Google does, and I think everything's going to be, yeah, moving forward. I think everything's going to be better than AMP. AMP, I think we'll get to penny or something maybe, but in the bull market, it'll have its turn. It already started. It did have a few pumps, uh, but then crap hits the fan. Something. Everything's following Bitcoin for the most part. Still, it's not decoupled. A lot of people think alts will decouple from Bitcoin. I think eventually that'll be great, but I mean, we haven't even decoupled from the true market, the stock market, or we're supposed to be a hedge. That's easy to say, but we really do follow the technology factor at this point. You know, name service is a decentralized naming system on the Ether blockchain. Users can buy human readable names like Bob.eth or Metalmania.eth and map it to their identifiers such as addresses, content hashes, and metadata. ANS is often associated with the internet equivalent of DNS, the main name service such as Google.com that is used to map IP. So it sounds kind of interesting. Yes, every holder should use it. Yeah. Where where's your buy-in point? Do you know yet? We're at 23.20. Where's your buy-in point? Look at Link. All right, Link. We've been good around $13 the other day. Yeah, so you know, it has my attention since you brought it up to me, and I've been looking into it. I like it, and I believe the max supply, yeah, it's going to be 100 mil. I just got to look at the token unlocks when some of that's going to hit and everything over the next next year. Or is it going to be 2025? I do it now, but let's see if yeah, it's got a new switch of computers, so all my stuff is messed up. Just got my new computer, just moving everything over. Ecosystem understanding by the same as it rips. So you're looking at 15 or below. Yeah, man, since the storm hit, I get no. My internet is brutal. Yeah, momentum. I mean, we could be looking at this in a week and be like, it could be $80 easily, and we're like, oh, okay. Remember when it was $23? That's exactly what I did with Meta's DAO. Like, did you look at Meta's DAO at all? I was looking at it at 20 some dollars, as I mentioned to you. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And but Meta's DAO has like a $4 million circulating supply. In a blink of an eye, I hear about it, start doing some research into it. Next thing you know, it's above $80 now. It's 105 or something. So let's see here. What? 71%. Okay, it didn't look like that on. Not able to see the vesting on this for some reason. Diluted 2.3. Yeah, not able to look at that. Oh well. Yeah, it's just something to keep an eye on. I like it. It has good volume. Yeah, like what they're doing. It's a little different. I don't know anyone who's actually competing on this, but man, you know, they've had a hell of a. This is probably when Vitalik was talking about it, right? Boom! Look, doubled. Exactly. 25 to 15. Yeah, it's probably what will happen if I jump in now. But yeah, I might not wait too long on this. You know, I mean, it's having a hell of a week, though, dude. I mean, hell of a month. Look at that. That's a low. Huh. Never got killed, really. So, let's see, the peak of 2021. Yes, exactly. Okay. $85. This is looking like a pretty damn good buy. If I just got to look deeper into when the rest of that supply is coming out. The token on Lats isn't working. Yeah. Good looker. Thanks for bringing that one up. I like it. Dear Seth, I don't know if you're into the AI at all, but check out AIOZ. That's been very good to me. I got, you know, that's kind of like offsetting my amp here. AIOZ has been really good, and it's a nothing thing. It's just I happened to get lucky on it. Nothing like ENS, but well, you know, people there's you know who talks trash about ETH? It's jackasses, to be honest with you. People who just want to, you know, because it's so high now. It's there's so much invested into it. It's so well loved in not just the crypto community, but the people crypto people don't want in it, and it'll stay at $2,200 for 4 or 5 months, and then it booms. You know, I mean, people are degenerates for the most part, in in what we're doing. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, Fetch, nice. Yeah, yeah. Dude, don't get me started on Fetch. I you probably heard me say it a million times, but I was looking at that going all the way from up to like 14 cents, and then I looked at it from 17 cents to 24 cents nonstop for like 2 months. But didn't have the balls at the time because I kept like, am I jumping in? I was going to buy 17,000 at 17 cents and then sell it at 24 and then buy it again back at 17. I mean, it was doing that nonstop, what we called rolling stocks back when I traded options 100 years ago. And it was like, and yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true, but I mean, I see people on some of the funny channels just ripping on it and being not having a clue, not having a clue. And I kick myself every day for not buying it on the COVID dip, $100. Ah, smart. Man, watching that, I bought it. I bought Fetch much later. I said I'm not gonna buy it. It's out of the range now, but I just jumped in because I think it's got a long way to go. But man, I was looking at it 17, 21 cents, 24 forever. And once it broke out of that, I'm like, well, it'll come back down 29 cents. It did. It came back down to 24. And I'm like, and still didn't pull the freaking trigger because I didn't feel like we were in the bullish sentiment yet. And we kind of won. It's just Fetch was awesome. It just kept trading within that range, and I just didn't have the cojones to pull the trigger. Yeah, so check this one out when you can. Now it's not that it's not good. I'm hoping it has the same thing as Fetch does. Now it's not having the volume. It only has 1 billion circulating supply, and I'm in it right here at a penny, and it just went. Got up to 20 cents. I would have made a nice profit, but I'm holding on to it. I want it to be the Fetch I never did, even though I'm in Fetch now. But I don't have 7,500 tokens. Should probably buy more of it. Let's see where it's hanging out right now. All right, Axeler. That's another one to look at. Near. I don't like seeing near coming down like it has been, but I think next week, hopefully, sentiment turns around. So I've got 3,500 fetch, but my buy-in price is at 53 cents. At least that's my average price. And shoot, I did a thing back in August of 2021. I got fetch from doing some Coinbase earns. I should have known better then, but that time it was at 47 cents actually. So it had a long fall. Let's see, I bought it in 1,000 at 54 cents, and more at 52 cents, and more at 50 cents. So like I said, I got an average buy of 53. That was, should have gotten more there, but I'm hoping we get to the dollar range soon on that. It's been kind of stagnant, but it's okay. It had a incredible. No one was talking about fetch until it just kept ripping and ripping. Then like the layers twos, and I know it's not well because they're talking about the ecosystem, right? I mean, even Big Boy Ben is doing videos, and I rip on him a lot. I watch his videos for a minute, but I just like to see what he's talking about. I saw a hilarious one this morning saying this is only shared for my private group, $4.99 a month or whatever. It's like, oh my god, how much can you rip off the people who support you and subscribe to you? It's 13 to 100. If what hits 150 fetch? Yeah, layer twos though. Back to what you're saying. Yeah, they don't like ETH, but they like the layer twos. Well, so many videos on even on in regards to like Cosmos or Avalanche, their ecosystem. That's sometimes rips more than the underlying chain, but people will be kicking themselves. Well, actually, they might not. They don't have the mentality when ETH hits $7, $8, $9, $10,000. They may be kicking themselves, but Oh, dollar. Gotcha. Yeah. I think, yeah. Yeah, that makes. I think that's a good out. That's a nice, cool 10 grand for you. Can't argue with that. And hopefully, it's a little bit so it's long-term capital gains. Let's see. Fetch's all-time high is $1.20. So I don't think we will have an issue with that. And I may pick up some more this weekend tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow has a little bit more of a dump on certain ones like Fetch, on Injective. I don't care about Solana. I have Solana, but I'm not going to buy anymore. I know you're pretty set on that, I believe. Yeah. You see, I know. I do want to know it. Everyone knows it, but don't use it. Okay. I'm ready. Is that it? Everyone knows it, but don't use it? The cheat code is buy low, sell high. That's always been mine. But it's knowing your sell point and your out before you get in. Never key with me is sticking to the game plan. Sell the fucking tokens, don't. Yeah, exactly. That's the cheat code. That's exactly. Get out. Because we're all, these super cycles that I keep hearing we're going to have. That's what they said last run, Benjamin Cowan, super cycles, 400 grand. What do you think, and I won't hold you to it, and don't hold me to it, what do you think will be Bitcoin's top price this bull run? What do you think it will be? Also look at BenQI. I think that'll be good on the Solana set. Yeah, what's gonna be the top of? And if I hear one more person, one in particular, say, I'm gonna give you join my Discord group, and I'm gonna tell you the exact date Bitcoin's gonna top off. I hear that again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Exactly. 100 to 110. I'm with you. Who's gonna buy Bitcoin at $100,000? You? Me? You're gonna buy a little Satoshi? Not gonna happen. I mean, the last cycle, 300K they were calling. Are you kidding me? I laughed, laughed. And when I'm hearing 150, 200, this, and maybe even 300. And even Kathy Woods, ARK Investment, saying a few hundred, and we'll be at $1 million with, by 2030. Okay, whatever. That's crazy. Yeah. I think it's okay to say mid to late, exactly, but May of 2025, exactly May. Are you kidding me? Don't give me that crap. No one knows. And I feel bad for the people who are going to be coming into the space who are going to listen to that and actually believe it. It's concerning. That's why I'm doing this. I'm glad you're on here because I do not want them to get screwed because they will. They will think it's going to go to 150K. They might not even have any Bitcoin, but they're following it because their alts are going up because of Bitcoin or because Bitcoin tops off and it starts coming down and dominance comes down and they start throwing it into alts, right? And we have an alt season, which we missed last run. I don't see who's going to be buying Bitcoin at 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. I just don't see it. Why would some person who has 50 grand, 10 grand, it's 90K on take it? Absolutely. 90 I can see. I could definitely see it. I see it pumping up, and I see with investment money now in ETFs, it pushing it up, but I do not see it way into the hundreds. Eventually it could. I'm taking profits. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I don't have enough Solana to make that worth my while at 170. But if it starts retracing, I may. I don't know. I have like 30 Solana, I believe. So, and I'm in at like $70. So, look at you. Slowly or full out? Are you full out or are you going to slowly trickle out at these prices? I mean, I think even ETH, it's going to have a hard time after, to reach 5,000. I think it will. But it struggled I mean, think of it, 5,000. It's not like $50. It's not like $5. And it has a, fairly small circulating supply compared to many. But, it's at $2,500. That's no joke. For it to hit $5,000 double is much harder than, let's say, Fetch to double. 75. Yeah, there you go. So you're taking out your principal. You got your nice profits, and you're letting a little bit ride. That's the way to do it. Now we got to hold each other to it. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? You're probably more disciplined than I am. I'm pretty disciplined, but I've been hurt before. Last bull run hurt me, and the markets over the years have back in the day, the .com back in, but it's hard regaining. Yes, exactly, non-realized gains that you lose like Camp. It is. It's mentally I've written it off, so I'm okay, but I'm not getting rid of it at this point. I do. If we get into a true alt bull market, Bitcoin gets its momentum back, which it will. Everything will follow, and I believe AMP will follow, but it's not gonna skyrocket. It's got such a huge circulating supply, and it already has a large market cap, and I think it will be very difficult to get even to a penny, because that thing doesn't move in pennies; it moves in fractions. You got her because you didn't sell. 100%. Well, I watched it go all the way down. 6 cents. Could have just lost a few $1,000s. And it just, that's the only one I really got clobbered on. But there's a few that I'm hurting on, but they're already climbing back. Not too much. And I'm not greedy. Honestly. I got a family of 5, a couple dogs. I spend a lot of money on animal awareness and activism. I support a lot of vegan activists around the country and the world and other countries. So I got a lot of things that help me go to sleep at night. People, let's say Bitcoin is done and shit. Yeah, but yeah, if Bitcoin dumps 10%, alts dump, shitty alts dump 30, 40, 50, 60, 80%. Yeah, exactly. Now, imagine wishing failure on the token that feeds you. Yeah, it's crazy. I want everything to do well. We all do well. It's a good thing. I my goal is to just be able to do well in this world. I I don't even. Oh, is that right? Good for you. What sparked you to stop eating meat? Yeah, I go to slaughterhouses and I do a lot of activism. I talk to a lot of people trying to just plant seeds, not too pushy, but I can be very pushy. If I get arguments back, I just try to give the facts and try to plant a seed and let them see the light a little bit. People don't know. Yeah. Oh, you went to India. Well, yeah, I live. Got a lot of Indians where I live in Illinois, and a lot of them are vegetarian, but they don't know about dairy. That dairy is there's more suffering in a glass of milk than the meat industry. There's nothing in my. I mean, it's all cruel. You can't judge cruelty which one's worse. But it's like you know. But the milking industry, the dairy industry is just ungodly, horrible. What they do to these female cows and little male cows. Yes, yes, exactly. How do you like or love animals and eat them? But it's not even you don't even have to like animals. It's like, are you against cruelty? Because there's nothing in the and I've seen it all because my business company I work for, we sell into these places. I'm on farms, and it's good for me because I can actually when I talk to people about it, I can say, well, this is how it actually goes. It's 100% moral for me, and the bonus is it's the health aspect and the environment aspect and everything else that goes with it. Clear-headedness and going to sleep at night, knowing I've done the best I can, and my whole family is vegan, which is nice. But that dairy industry, man, what they do to the female cows who produce the milk and the poor female babies and the male, God forbid they have a male calf, it's either hit on the head on the farm that day or it's thrown on the side of the road to die or it's taken to a veal crate. Not fun. I'm glad you're moral. That's good. It's whatever seeds I can plant. It's hard in Canada too. Like I said, up in your neck of the woods, there's one of the few back in the day vegan dietitians, Canadian Brenda Davis. You should look her up. She's amazing. She was vegetarian for a while and then found out about the dairy industry, and she's been great for me and my family. My wife's a dietitian, but she didn't know about the plant-based type of way it goes. Beat to my own drum, and if people don't like it, that's on them. Yep, I am too old. And then, yes, yeah, it's true. Yep, I try not to be pushy, but except for when I'm doing activism. When I'm doing activism with a group or something, and we show kind of farm footage and the realities of that industry. And people come up to us. We don't go up to them. They come up to us and say, "What is this? What's going on?" And then we're able to have a good discussion. And just so because you don't know until you know. You went to India, right? India is supposed to be a vegetarian society for the most part and worship the cows. But the cows are treated horribly there, horribly. They're you know they're one of the largest leather, which is skin producers, and so many people are against fur, anti-fur, yet they wear leather. There's no difference between leather and fur. But anyways, that's for a different cast. I try to do vegan streams and crypto. And this is just a quick update. And I'm glad you joined me, my friend. Time for me to shovel. I don't know about you, but we're done with snow, but I got about 7 inches of snow to do on my driveway, and I got a plow thing in the backyard for the dogs to be able to do their business, if you know what I mean. Happy Saturday to you, my brother. You be good. Comment if you need anything. I'll try to be back as soon as I can. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Pass the word on if you on other streams. If you go on there, I'd appreciate that. Making sure my employer pay Max's pension. Oh, you got a pension, nice. Work. What do you do for work? Yeah, you gotta. Well, they're sticking it to us. Cheers. What do you do for a living, though? Yeah, good for you for having a pension. Company I worked for when it was a French company had a pension, but as soon as I started working for them, they were bought by an American company, and the pensions are gone. The people who were there beforehand get a pension, but not I. Engineer. Oh yeah. Well, I work with engineers all day long. I'm in the compressed air world, and nice, 28 years. Yeah, I was a trader at the Chicago Board of Trade for a little over 10 years. Trader, brokers, broker, that type of thing. Worked for the bigger banks long time ago. In 2000 came, and all the dot coms and everything left that and got into the corporate world. Nice pension. Bless you. That's why I'm in crypto, man. Because my 401k ain't gonna cut it, and my wife, hasn't worked since we had our third kid, and I've got three. My third is 14, so she hasn't worked in 14, 15 years. I'm in the compressor world. So I work for a manufacturer, and I have distributors all over the Midwest and West, and I manage them all. And it's great company, and good living. It's just, I max out 30K a year in 401k. That's all you can. That's the max they can do, and they match me, I don't know, 10, 11, $12,000. But that doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. My living's fine, but I dish out a lot of money, as we all do, right, for family and the activism I do. So crypto is my way of hopefully in the next couple of years saying I'll still work, but don't have to, type of thing. And I didn't. I lost. When I was in the market, I lost about $6 million by the time I was 29 in the dot-com world. And so back in 1990, 98, 99, well, whenever the dot-com, or maybe it was 2000 went ahead and it was gone. So I was almost done then, because back then, $6 million was hella good. But that's gone. Slowly chiseling the back. See, here in America, only way you get a pension is being a government worker or a teacher. Some of the teachers don't make a very good living, and some of them do. My brother and sister-in-law, they make an incredible living as teachers. Probably make about 300 some thousand between them, and their pension's probably going to be about 100K for the rest of their lives, and they get to retire in about 6, 7 years. It was wild times back in the dot-com stuff. In the stock market was just like crypto. It was just like crypto, and I traded a ton. I was in the pits with doing arbitrage with my hands and having Goldman Sachs, Lehman Brothers, Shearson, all these banks as my customers, and then really I was making my money doing trading, and then it just stopped. Yeah, pensions are nothing like personal investments. I agree, but it's great to have. But you're paying into it too for quite a while, and what did I see the other day? You and I were discussing Trudeau, and I saw a video. What was it? Let's see if I can find that. It was, I believe someone, yeah. Who's that? I just lost it. It was someone running against Trudeau, right? I can manage my own monies now. Yes, exactly. Um, I'm trying to find that video. There was someone who was running against the prime minister. Do you have an election going on right now? Yeah, but there isn't there someone running against him. Yeah, I had the video. It was funny, and I cannot find it. And it was someone like a journalist trying to tell him he's a leftist or a rightist, and he goes and he kind of put him in his place. It was pretty funny. Yeah, that might be it. When is okay? It's when does the election take place? Yeah, I lost that. That's frustrating. Yeah, it was actually had it to play for you. Oh, it's gone. Oh well, what are you gonna do? If I find it, I'll have it ready for the next stream. It was pretty funny. He seemed like a pretty sharp guy. He was eating an apple. I'll find that. I'll be more prepared for that. All right, brother. You be good. Off to the yard 2025. All right. Off to the yard I go, and off to the driveway. Unless someone gets to drive first. Yeah. You never know. You never know. Someone gets to Trump. It's, who knows what's going on down here? Let me tell you, we are screwed down here. We don't have anyone to save us now. You take care. I'll see you soon. You can